I just want to take a minute or two of your time to discuss Aslaug. Now in the saga, she has grace, dignity and love, not just for Ragnar and her own children, but for Ragnar's children from Fora. And the TV show really does the dirty to her. I mean, she's introduced at the end of season 1 so that Ragnar does the dirty on Lagertha by, being seduced or seducing Aslaug in front of Bjorn, pretty much. And then she turns up with his child and is the reason that Lagertha leaves Ragnar. And then obviously things progress. Ivar is their youngest child, and some of the cause of the grief between Aslaug and Ragnar in the show, whereas Ivar is the eldest of the children. And then obviously she sort of is unfaithful to Ragnar in the show. And ultimately it leads to a very unpleasant marriage between the two of them, which culminates sort of Ragnar going to England for his inevitable death, and then Lagertha killing Aslaug. And it's just sort of, the show really does the dirty on this character, which in the saga doesn't go through any of this. Has their own grief and fate, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's sort of the saga of Ragnar tacks onto the saga of the Volsungs, and there's some hard times that Aslaug has growing up before she weds Ragnar, but ultimately the show just, it sets you up to hate her, really, because everyone's like, oh, Lagertha, she's like this great shield maiden, whereas it's just like at the expense of Aslaug. And you read the saga and it's just, why? It's some injustice, I feel, to Aslaug, and I think sort of credit to Alyssa Sutherland for portraying her in the TV show, who might well have been wondering, like, what the fuck? What's happening? This isn't the character I signed on to play. I don't know. Having been piloted by the History Channel, it's just sort of, I don't know, one of those angles that they failed on, really, which is a shame, but there we go. Well done, history. Anyway, it's just a little commentary about Aslaug and how the TV show done the dirty on her, and that's not who she is in the saga. Cheers.